I am on the complete wrong scene. Wow. Not me being scuffed. Hi, Gloopies. How are you doing today? I'm a scuff lamp, as per usual. Welcome to Sex Ed Brat Play with KB. Hi, KB.
Hello, hi everybody.
You want to introduce yourself for my
Have fun with
chat?
class today, Ava.
Sure. Hello. Yes, I am Camila Mombed. I am a blonde raccoon slash puka VTuber, and I am a henty voice actress. And I have been in the business for like the last 4 years or so, and recently just started doing VTubing as of March of last year. So yeah, not that long ago. I'm a little bit of a newbie, but hi guys.
KB is great. I got to meet her at TwitchCon and she's super nice.
I try to be, even though Vil stole the last of what was it the cream cheese one that I wanted?
Oh, it was a donut, wasn't it?
Yeah, stole the last one, and I was like, Vil, how dare you?
To be fair, they were out of a lot of donuts.
They were, yeah, no, that's everywhere everyone was going because the other places sucked.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of food options.
No, not at all.
Yes, there is a very large sign on KB's forehead because that's what we're talking about today.
That is what I am. Yes.
Do you want to say what being a brat is for you? Like, what does it mean to you?
Being absolute chaos and it's just
I love that.
Being fun in the bedroom, you know, because it's just like you never want to just like make it easy, you know.
Yeah,
you gotta add some spice, you know, and that's what being a brat to me is. It's where it's like, now I'm gonna make you earn it. I'm gonna make you earn it, and I'm gonna just bother you in the process.
be a little gremlin the whole time.
Exactly.
I may have made Vil upset spaghetti because I was being a fucking little gremlin. He's like, why are you like this? I'm like,
yeah, exactly what Germa said. Being professional annoyance.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna take it you enjoy being a brat, yeah?
Absolutely. I mean, it's my favorite thing. I mean, because people always ask, they're like, "Oh, are you more of a dom? Are you more of a sub?" And it's like, I'm the middle because it's like, I like being, you know, a dom in the way where it's like a power bottom versus, you know, like full on type thing. So I'm kind of like in the middle switch. Brat is my absolute favorite thing to just to do because it's fun either way if I'm being the sub or the dom. So it doesn't really matter.
What's interesting is I don't think a lot of people are aware that like doms can be bratty because it's usually something that's associated with subs, it feels like.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, that's something where it's like, you know, you can be both. Yeah, like it doesn't mean that you have to be like a mean dom or like have to be like a soft dom. Like you could be a brat. You could be in the middle where it's like you're just a problem.
I love that so much. I feel like it's a great way to describe it too. It's just like you could be a little problem.
Yeah, just being a problem. I mean, that's what me and Podge agreed. Me and Podge were just like, yeah, being an absolute annoyance, a problem.
What's your favorite way to be a problem?
Ooh, definitely when they like give me instructions in the way like, oh, I want you to do exactly this, but like, you know, if I were to make them a cup of coffee, it's like, oh, you asked for the whole pot of coffee, not so I hand them like the whole thing of the coffee versus in a cup, and they're like, I wanted this in a cup, and it's like, well, you should have said that first.
Oh, it's like because they're not being specific enough.
Yes, whenever they're not specific enough, that is my favorite thing to like hone on to be like, yes, now I'm gonna be a problem. And purposely just make them more and more annoyed. Of course, being that type of way isn't for everyone. Like, of course, you gotta like have your limits where it's like, all right, now you're just becoming annoying, like absolutely annoying versus like a little bit annoying, you know. You gotta have your limits.
I'm just imagining you, like someone's like, "Oh yes, can I have a cup of coffee?" And they're like in bed, and you just bring the whole like pot of coffee to them with nothing to hold it. You're just like, "Here you go."
Here you go. I've done it before. I have absolutely done it before. They're like, "Hey, can you grab me that?" And I grab it, and then I stand there, and they're like, "Bring it over." I'm like, "All you said was just to grab it. You didn't say to grab it and bring it over to you."
Will you ever ignore like directions then? Because I know that's another thing that certain brats like to do. Is like, I know you told me to do this, but I'm not actually going to do this. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because it's like, "Oh, make me. What are you gonna do?" So what are you gonna do? Punch me? What if I want that? I'm winning in this situation.
So fuck around and find out, right?
Yeah, essentially. And the whole point is, it's like, I want to do that, and I want to ultimately lose at the end of the day, where it's like, oh, you know, they then go even harder with their domination or their, you know, subbiness or whatever is happening there.
Imagine bringing
And
someone a cup of coffee
that's the whole
beans.
point.
It's
It's
still
like,
a cup of coffee.
I want essentially, I'm kind of getting what I want, like, at the end of the day.
You
So,
definitely
like,
are.
entirely.
Also, I just have to comment on what Phoenix just did, because imagine bringing someone a cup of coffee beans, but in the coffee cup.
Yeah, I mean, that's
cute.
technically coffee, just not correctly made.
Fucking cute. But I mean, yeah, because I mean, even if you're getting punished, isn't that what you want? Like, you're
Yeah.
technically getting what you want, even though you're getting quote unquote punished, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why when people are like, "Oh, you're subby," it's like, yeah, but the thing is, I'm getting what I want. You're doing the thing for me. All I do is lay back. I think I'm the more dominant one in this, in my opinion, because I'm getting you to do that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely gives
So-
off like power bottom vibes.
Yeah, that's I love that. I love it. I love bringing that up because then that always trips up people, and they're like, "Shh, you're right. That's technically right."
It's like, who do you think's actually in charge here today?
Exactly.
I can't. That's hilarious. Also, chat, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in chat. We're just gonna be vibing, talking about bratting. I'm already having a great time.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, ask me anything. I mean, don't ask me anything like where I have to use my smarts though, because I only have had 2 hours of sleep. So please be
You
kind
used
to me.
you used all your brain earlier. We don't need to brain today. We're
Yeah,
done
no
braining.
braining. Just autopilot.
Yeah. 0 brain cells. Just vibing. Mm-hmm.
I usually have 1, but I spent my 1 already.
That's fair.
How do you know if you're a brat?
That's
I mean,
a good
you
question.
I mean, it's kind of just an acquired taste if you like, you know, kind of having that power in that way where it's like, "Oh, you can't make me do anything." You know, where it's just you're snotty but you love it. So you kind of know. You kind of know. I know that's not like the the best way to put it, but it's like, yeah.
It's
I
just
mean,
like if you
like
know,
it,
if you know.
yeah, you know, and it's like
Yeah.
the same thing. You can't always force someone to be a dom, or you can't always force someone to be a sub. Like some people, you know, prefer one or the other or both. So
Yeah. So, how about this? If someone wanted to try bratting, what would you suggest for them? Like as like baby's first brat.
I would definitely say, yeah, just like whenever someone says like where it's like, "Oh, get on the bed, make me." Super easy. Where it's like play around with that, where it's like disobeying and seeing how that, you know, how that feels for you, and if you like that, then yeah, just keep being, you know, further where it's like, "Oh, who's gonna make me?" You know, just banter back and forth and see how that feels and how your partner feels, if they're okay with that, because like I said before, not everyone has the mental constitution to deal with bratting. They kind of just want to turn their brain off, which is respectable. But yeah, I would say just easy banter to start off with is definitely your first kind of go around and see how that feels.
Well, there's obviously people who are into brats because there's people who like identify as being like a quote unquote brat tamer.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's definitely my husband, I would say. He loves when I'm a brat because he loves tsunderes and brats and stuff like that. I'm definitely both because I'm very weird when it comes to like super lovey-dovey stuff. And I'm just like, fuck you. But he knows I love him.
So adorable, though.
He knows I love him to death. I'm so awkward with my emotions, and I'm just like, fuck you, runs away, type thing.
It's just the way you show it, right?
Yeah, it's the way I show it. And I mean, I have my moments where I'm very, very sappy and lovey-dovey, but yeah, just tism with emotions. It's like, don't always, compute, but. Yeah, there's brat tamers, and I love brat tamers. I love messing with them the most because they know the game. They know the game. They know the game, and so I'm like, oh, I'm completely comfortable with this person of being able to be a full brat without worrying, am I going too far?
Because they want you to do it.
Yeah, they want you. They want you to be that brat, so it's like a power play. It's a power struggle between the two, where it's like, you both know your roles full through in and throughout. And you're enjoying yourself. You're having fun.
Which I think is the most important thing. Like, being able to have fun with your partner is definitely important in these types of situations.
Yeah, no, 100%. And Germa asked, do you like being more of a brat to chat or to your hubby? Definitely to chat way more. Because chat's funny. Like, I get to mess with y'all way more. But then, my husband, well, he's my husband. So he kind of knows, like, he's like, oh, you really want to say that to me? And then gives me the correct eyes and everything, and I melt like fucking putty. And then I'm like, damn it, no, you can't win.
So you win because it's chat, but you lose because it's your hubby.
Yes, because I'm just like, well, he knows me through in and throughout, and I mean, come on, like, of course I'm gonna find him absolutely downright gorgeous. So
I mean, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
There's also another question. Do you have any tips on how to find the right dom, or is it just luck?
That is actually a very good question because there's so many different doms. There's like a soft dom, there's hard doms, there's brat, brat tamer doms or brat doms. You really just have to be vocal about what you like, and what your hard limits are. Because, I mean, like I said before, you can't make someone into something you want all the time. Where it's like, you got to play around with it. And it's really trial and error. It's really just like, oh, you're into this? Okay, I'm into this. How do you feel about that? It's very, you have to be very, very communicative with person, So you just try your best, and it's really trial and error. It's like just a relationship. It's like, it's a basic part to like any relationship, like a friendship. You gotta play around and see like, oh, what are you comfortable with in the way of like, can I joke around with you? Like, can I, call you a dummy head, or are you not okay with that? Like what are your boundaries? Same thing. It's trial and error.
Yeah, it's just another type of communication. Because
I thought you said dong. Oh, that's not too far-fetched.
I mean, I could see dong coming out of your mouth,
In and out.
Oh my god, KB.
I'm sorry. That was
You're
too
fine.
easy. That was too easy.
I mean, I set you up for that. I should have seen it coming, but oh. Sorry, I'm just trying not to be a giggle fit right now because I love dumb jokes like that so much.
In your opinion, is there an all-around dom that can tame brats but also be soft? Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, there's versatile. It's kind of the same thing as Switch, where it's like someone who's comfortable with being a dom but also comfortable being a sub. There's definitely Switch doms, 100%. I mean, that's more so, more so or not, people usually lean towards one than the other. But there are Switch doms, 100%. Some people can do it easy, some people can't. But yeah, there's definitely.
Wait, so do you mean like they can switch between being like soft and hard, or?
Yeah. Where it's like, depending on the situation, where it's like, oh, you want me to take care of you, dom, Or do you want me to be absolutely rude to you where it's degrading and also be hard at the same time?
I guess I can see that because, like, all good doms
Me
can
and your
definitely be
partner are
soft
both
afterwards for
kinda switched.
aftercare.
Is there a good way
Yeah,
to
yeah,
communicate
100%.
about
I mean,
wanting to be
I
sub
prefer
today?
some
Or
days
does
where
being a
it's like,
brat
I
help?
want a
I
soft
hope
dom
I
where they
worded
like
that right
call
and
me
it
like,
made
you're
sense.
being such a good girl, you're being such a good baby girl, you know, blah, 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 those
Mhm.
type of things. I like the endearing shit. And then sometimes I just want to be called the most heinous shit. The other day where it's
Oh my
like,
god.
you know, like, you pathetic slut, you know, it's like, well, some people aren't okay with that type of thing, and respectable, but, you know, that's my bread and butter. So some doms can't, you know, go that hard, or
No.
they don't like being soft, or
I'm too nice. I don't like being mean and like degrading.
yeah,
So I'm like, I don't want to call you pathetic. That's so mean, you know?
that's definitely my husband, who's just very like, no, I love you, and I'm like, no, call me a bitch. He's like, but.
Oh, I totally get him then. Same vibes, man.
So I get the degrading from my chat, funny enough.
Well, at
That's who
least
degrade. I
at
get
least your
that
chat can do it for
serotonin
you.
grading from. Yeah. People love that for me. I love that for myself.
I love that for you. Oh no,
But yeah, no, definitely.
it's just not everyone's like made for that type of stuff, you know?
No. Some people are just too nice, and I mean, that's yeah, definitely. I mean, I myself with doming, I don't think I could ever be a degrading dom.
Mm-mm.
Like, really, like, at the end of the, like, I would just be like, I feel like I'm being so mean.
Exactly. I don't want to
Because-
be mean.
Because even though I'm being a brat, I usually don't say anything mean. I'm usually just like, oh,
Yeah.
you gonna make me? Like, blah, blah, blah. I mean, the most I'd say is, like, you dummy, or,
Like, fuck
bitch,
you,
or,
you know?
fuck you. You know, like, I'm not gonna be calling you pathetic, blah, 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 you know, down the
Mhm.
line, where that's just not my style. But, yeah.
My
It's
god.
like, there's a limit. I couldn't be a hard dom like that. I
Definitely
couldn't. So.
I'm too
I'd
much
feel
of a
too bad.
softie. Exactly. Because, like,
Yeah.
even just thinking about, like, saying mean things, I'm like, oh, I can't. I feel bad. Like, even
Yeah,
if
when
I
I-
said it, it wouldn't come out right, you know?
Oh yeah, because chat, I accidentally, you know, do clapback sometimes, like, by mistake, where I'm like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. Like, that was like a filter error. And then I'm like, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I already do that anyway, so couldn't. Nope.
Oh, there's another question. So me and my partner are both kind of switch. Is there a good way to communicate about wanting to be sub today, or does being a brat help? I hope I worded that right and it made sense.
I mean, honestly, just talk. Like, really, if you're just like, hey, I'm feeling like this mood today. I mean, when I get to the bow chicka bow wow, you know, I usually say, hey, I want to be praised today, or hey, I want to be degraded. You know, I just say that, where it's like, what am I feeling today? What type of bagel am I feeling like this morning?
Yeah, you just
You know,
gotta
just-
talk about your needs.
Yeah, just talk like, hey, I'm feeling more this mood today. Like, it's very straightforward. I mean, and if your partner's weird about that, then that's weird on them, because it's like, well, communication's the most important thing.
I mean, I feel like it'd be like that for, like, even if it wasn't like a sub dom brat situation. It's like, hey, I feel like doing this in bed today, you know? Like, that seems like a normal like conversation to have.
Yeah, but I understand why some people shy away from it, because they're just like, I don't want to ruin the mood by asking the question. It's like, all right, I get it, but it's required.
Okay, it's not ruining the mood to like say what you're interested in and what you want to do, or like especially ask consent. Like some people get like weird out because like, it's gonna ruin the mood if I ask for consent. I'm like, no, it makes the mood better.
No.
Please just fucking do it. Communication.
Yeah, unless your partner has explicitly stated, hey, I am into where you can use me whenever you want, or you have, you know, like a safe word, you know, in place, always ask for consent, doesn't matter. Unless they have given you that explicit, you know, direction that this is okay 100% of the time, or they have that word for you.
Safe words are very important. Like, even in just like a regular relationship, having a safe word can be very helpful, you know?
Oh, 100%. And it's very funny how safe words I've always noticed that are like fruits or vegetables. Because I mean, mine is pomegranate because you can't really get pomegranate mixed with anything else, like word wise.
Wait, really?
Well, when you hear the word pomegranate, there's not really many words that you can think that I would accidentally say instead of pomegranate, besides maybe granite, but that's it.
And you wouldn't be saying granite in like bed.
Yeah, it's like, it's a very obvious, okay, stop type of word. But yeah, I've always noticed that. It's always either a fruit or a vegetable.
It's really funny. I mean, I guess it makes sense because it's like one of those things where it's like outside of like the ordinary for the situation, you know?
Yeah, because it's very like, why would you be talking about eggplants in the middle of the like the bedroom? It's like, I don't know. I mean, unless you're into that. I mean, different structure, different folks.
I mean, some people are into food play. That is a thing.
Yeah, I that just screams UTI to me. I'm like, oh, no.
Okay, see, here's the thing. Body, not bits. That's the rule for that. You know?
Fair, but some people don't always listen to that, and I'm just like, oh, the ones where I see like chocolate down there, I'm like,
nope.
Oh no, like chocolate on the chest, sure, that's great. No, don't put it there.
I don't need an infection, please, thank you. It can happen to guys too. I'm just saying, and you don't want that. It's bad times for everyone.
Y'all are not invincible to UTIs as well.
I feel like people just don't know though, and they're like, oh, but it's so hot, and it's like, it's not gonna be so hot later.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be miserable, and then you're gonna be like out like a couple $100s because you have to go like to the emergency, like emergency care, and then get like meds to get rid of it. I mean, unless you just ride it out, which I do not recommend. Do not do that. Please go get antibiotics. Please do.
Please. Otherwise, you're just going to be like peeing blood later and you're going to have a real bad time.
Yeah. Let's not do that. And yes, I did move my arms. I'm able to move my arms. I'm just...
You got some handy mandies today?
Yes.
That bookie gave me. It's so cute. You can dance if you want to.
Exactly. Let me think. I'm trying to think if there's anything else like when it comes to brat stuff that people like should know. Oh, there's different types. There's definitely different types of brats in the way of there's the completely disobedient brats. There's the brats that are obedient, but you have to earn it. That's what I would more so classify myself as, where once you have me, where I'm like, okay, you did enough work, you know, like this is really, you know, rustling my jimmies in the good way. I usually just go along with it after that, and I'm very, very obedient after that. But I know people that are constantly brat through in and throughout, like
the whole time,
from start to finish. And there's, because eventually my goal is like, once I get past that point, I want to turn my brain off. You know, I want to turn my brain off and just be obedient. And just, okay, I do what you say. But yeah, there's definitely different types of brats. There's more that I'm not thinking of right now, because like I said, I'm running on 0 brain cells. So yeah.
I'm sure there's all different types.
Sweet brat, though. I think there's such thing as a sweet brat.
I mean, you can act sweet, but it's like you can act sweet but also bratty at the same time, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I would just still classify that as a normal brat, where it's just like maybe more politeness.
A polite brat.
Where it's just like, oh, and you're going to do what exactly, my love? You know, things like that, where it's like you add, you know, flattery into it, I guess. I just think that's a normal brat. It's just more polite.
A brat with extra steps.
Yes.
But
yeah, no, I can move my hands and everything. I never use it, so.
I'm just sitting here imagining a brat being like, please sir, can I have some more?
Please do it. It's like, no, you were a brat. Fuck you. Damn it. You're right. Fuck.
Who could have imagined?
Yeah, because I mean, there are definitely times where I'm like, damn it, I really shouldn't have been a brat right there. Because then they kind of like, I don't know, sometimes I've had it where doms have just stopped completely, and they're like, nope, I'm done. No, you're being too much of a brat. I'm like, come back. No, I'm sorry, I'm a dummy head.
So you've had moments when you bratted too hard then.
Oh yeah, 100%, but they're not actually mad. They're more so doing it in the way to get back at me, where it's like, come back. But yeah, definitely, those are fun as well, because it's like, oh, and then they kind of see that sweet side of the brat.
Mm-hmm. Because they're like, please, I didn't mean it.
I didn't mean it. Okay, I'll be fine. I'll be good after that. And yeah, stuff like that.
It's funny. How long would you say you've been a brat for? Like, when did you realize it, and how did you realize it?
When did I realize it? God.
I'm making you think real hard. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I've always been a tsundere, and just like generally, like, I'm very jokey with my friends. I mean, I jokingly, I feel like if someone is a good friend of mine, and I kind of have this, but don't take this the wrong way. If they don't insult me, I don't feel like they like me. And it's not, no, trust me. I get it. You're not that type of person.
I was gonna say, I promise I like you. I'm just not gonna insult you.
I know. It's kind of like ingrained in me, and I'm like, no, just not everyone's like that. Not like, you know, they don't need to insult you to like you. That's kind of what I grew up with. It's just like very banter, very like, you know, I'm very open to like joking and stuff like that, and grew thick skin very early on. But yeah, I would just say since I don't know, since I was in high school, when I was just like, oh, what if I, you know, finally, you know, do the do, and I don't actually just lay there. I'm just gonna be a problem.
I'm gonna be sassy.
It's gonna be sassy. And yeah, after I did that the one time, that's when I realized, I'm like, oh, this is fucking awesome. This is fun. It's not just, you know, very cold turkey, like, oh, we did the do and then that's it. You know, I feel it's definitely a form of foreplay for me, because, you know,
I could see that.
It's very much, you know, creates this dynamic that I really enjoy.
Ooh. I'm sort of realizing that I feel like male or more masculine brats are a lot less common. Don't know if it's just me missing it and not knowing, or if it's actually the case.
I've definitely met a lot of masculine brats. I mean, in the way, it may be bratting, but not in the same way that feminine, you know, people, you know, kind of, you know, express it. They may be more doing it in the way of like I explained with the brat tamer, where it's like, okay, you know, like, no, I don't want to do this, you know, all right, bye, I'm gonna go play a video game or something. And then it's like, they purposely are doing that to rile you up, like doing things like that. They don't have to necessarily be the exact same way that, you know, feminine people express it, but I've definitely met some.
So does that mean masculine people brat differently then? Or is it just like a person-to-person thing?
I think it's a person-to-person, but I'm saying that I've definitely experienced it where they kind of do it a little different. Not necessarily the same way, because, you know, they usually don't want to be seen as feminine. And I'm just like, it's fine being feminine, but, you know, everyone's different.
I mean, I don't think I personally haven't interacted with, like, a male brat. But, I mean, I feel like, I don't know. I just maybe think it may not be as common, possibly, or just maybe guys aren't as open about it because it may be seen as more feminine, like you were saying.
I think they're definitely just not as open about it, because when I've done it with people, then they realize, oh, I kind of like doing that back to you, you know, being a brat, and it's fun. And I don't think a lot of people, realize that they are, because it is seen as a feminine type of, you know, when you were younger as a girl, you know, being called a brat usually was towards women, you know.
Oh, you're right. Because, like, it's always little girls who are bratty, not little boys.
Yes. So it's seen more as a feminine trait, because, you know, we were kind of conditioned from a young age that that's what a brat is. It's just a girl that's being snotty.
Yeah.
Yeah, because with a boy, you just call it rowdy, or, like, you know, just disobedient.
Rambunctious.
Rambunctious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I guess guys definitely do it, but their way is a little different, and it's viewed differently.
And Grandma, yes, I would absolutely, definitely classify you as a brat, and I fucking hate you. That's one of my head mods in the chat. Fucking hate
Nice.
you.
I love that for them.
Yeah, they literally said the other day, they're like, the reason I'm in KB's community is to be an absolute pain in the ass for her. That is my specialty in this story, and I'm like, thanks.
In obviously the best ways, right?
Depends. Sometimes I want to absolutely strangle, kill. Not really, but thanks, Null Pretzel Combo. Thanks. See, a lot of my chat also likes to make fun of my name, because they like to say "cum bottom," and I'm like, fuck you.
It's like, how dare?
They say "cum bum" instead of "bomb," and I'm like, wow, thanks. Assholes. Top hater, affectionate. Exactly. He's my top hater.
I just can't. Now I'm just imagining their villain arc.
Yes, I mean, he's literally named KB's villain in my server.
I love that so much.
The protagonist and the antagonist. But yeah, tried to be a brat with an ex, but she just asked me why I was being I mean, there's some people that just don't vibe with it. They're just like, they don't want to deal with it. They don't have that mental fortitude to, you know, banter, or they're just not okay with that type of, like, disrespect, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Or they just may not be turned on by it and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop being a gremlin.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what the fuck?
It's like, I was just having fun.
Yeah,
but not everyone's into it. And then they can get annoyed. And in not the sexy way.
Yeah, as the way of everything stop, cease. But yeah.
But it's something to talk with them about. Be like, hey, I like doing this. Again, communication.
Oh yeah, I never do it unless someone's okay with it. Like, I usually tell them, I'm like, okay, well, before I even get into the bedroom with said person, I usually, because funny enough, a lot of people don't realize this about me, I'm demisexual. Even though I come off as I will, anything that walks, you know, I'm not actually really that way. I have to have a relationship or connection with that person, whether it be friendship or, you know, relationship or anything like that. Just a connection of some sort.
We actually just talked about demisexuality like last week. Funny enough.
I mean, a lot of people don't know it. They don't even know it's real, because they're just like, isn't that just being normal? I'm like, no, that's not just being normal. There's lots of people that just do one-night stands and don't even bat an eye.
One-night stands
I couldn't do it.
Not a thing for me. So, yeah.
I couldn't do it. I'm like, no, I need to know who you are. Like,
it's like, I want to know you as a person, because that's more important than what's in your pants.
Exactly. I'm just like, I want to be able to vibe with you, like, in the bedroom as well, where it's like, I feel comfortable to fully, because it's like, it's a very revealing and very vulnerable thing to be doing, where it's like, you're giving your body to somebody else, you know? So it's like, I view it as, you know, I want someone that I know and is of importance to me. For that. But
makes
everyone's
sense. Yeah, and there's no wrong way to do it as long as you're doing what's right for you.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, all the power to the people that do one night stands. Go ahead. I mean, it's just not for me.
Fucking hell, pretzel. Ava's only nightstands are when she literally uses Bill as a nightstand.
Yeah. Yep.
Valid.
There's your one nightstand.
Oh my god. Bill comes next week. Hey, can you be a nightstand for me for like 5 seconds?
I just want to make a joke. I just want to make a joke for Twitter.
Oh my god. He would do
guys.
it too.
Guys, I had a one night stand.
I fucking can't.
He would definitely do it though.
He would 100% do it. If I just asked him like, hey, can you like pretend you're a table for a second? No context, I think he would. Like if I just asked him to.
Be like, look, you get feet out of it. Oh.
Yeah. That's how you get Vil to do anything. You bribe him with some feet. It gets real far. Mm-hmm.
Then you win. Yep.
Yeah.
We need to buy him a lamp cover.
Are you saying because I'm a lamp? I'm a different type of lamp than that. I'm just saying. I'm a lava lamp.
Speaking of lava lamps, I do want one for myself.
Oh, lava lamps are so nice.
They're so nice, but I
enjoy
have
them.
4 cats, and I'm so afraid of them.
Oh,
like,
maybe
knocking
not
me over.
then.
I'm like, I don't trust those motherfuckers.
No. I love cats. Unfortunately, they cannot be trusted. They will knock all your shit over, and something hot like that is a bad life choice.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. It's like the same thing. The reason why I have candles very high up. I'm like, nope, I don't trust you.
I'm glad you put them out of their reach.
They're stupid enough to like put their tail in it.
God.
It's like when you accidentally put your hair in. Like,
That's how Katie
like,
gives
oh,
me
gosh,
every
brush
time
it up
all
on
she
the
has
flame.
to do
Like,
is call me a
you
good
really-
boy,
I don't
and
know,
I
you
would
need to
do
something.
whatever
Oh
she
my
wanted.
god, I
though.
can't say I've ever had that happen, KB. Holy shit.
I've never had it happen. I'm just saying I know it happens to a lot of people.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you had it happen. I was like,
No, I have pretty short hair, so it's never really happened to me.
I've usually had pretty short hair. My hair's the longest it's been in a hot minute. And I keep getting it like everywhere, and I'm like, why? Why am I doing this to myself?
I can't keep my hair that long because I have fine hair, so I have no volume in my hair, so it kind of just looks like a wet mop if it gets too long.
I have really thick hair. If you remember my hair from TwitchCon, because I have like a full undercut. So like, I literally still have so much fucking hair, even though like I've cut so much of my hair.
You want to
just
just
so
trade?
much.
I fucking hate how fine my hair is.
You can have some of mine. I literally just went and got my hair cut before this too, because I'm like, I need a trim. There's too much here.
I want volume, not length. Stop giving me, the length. I want some volume. And hairspray never does anything for me. The only thing that works for me is mousse, and I hate how mousse feels in your hair after
Oh,
a
it gets
bit.
all crunchy.
Yes! Oh! I feel like someone literally came in my hair.
Yeah, it's the worst. Like, I feel like it's also a little bit worse than that, because, like, the amount of crunchiness, it feels like your hair is gonna, like, break or something. You're like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, and then it's like, and then it also flakes too, and you're like, I swear I don't have dandruff. I swear I don't.
You're like, please, I promise I'm clean. It's just, it's the mousse.
It's the mousse, I'm sorry. So yeah, I've usually given up. I just put my hair up, or like I mean I do mousse, but very, very light. I don't know. I've given up, but I don't even know how we got to this topic. I always do things like that where I stray away.
We went from nightstand to lava lamp to candle to cat to hair. Yes. That's one hell of a transition.
That's how it be. That's how it be. But,
sometimes you're just vibing and the conversation goes some weird places.
I'm trying to think of like anything else that's like that's important, because it's just, I don't know, 'cause I feel like a lot of people don't really know brat stuff very much. They're just kind of like, oh, like being a brat, you're a brat, and it's not like there's no like rule book like they have for BDSM stuff, where it's like they have like a in-depth analysis, and it's like for other types of kinks and stuff like that. But for bratting, it's just kind of like, well, you know it if you know it.
It's like the wild, wild west. You do what you want.
Yeah, essentially. It's like there's limits for everyone and everything. Just, communicate and stuff like that. But, yeah, I can't really think of anything because like I said, I'm running on 0 brain cells.
You're fine. So, because you mentioned BDSM, do you think bratting like falls under the umbrella of BDSM a little bit or no?
Yeah, I definitely feel that definitely does. Because, people that like brats usually are the brat tamers, which does fall under the BDSM category. Because if you do take that one test that's online, the one everyone posts, the one with the black background, that BDSM test, brat tamer is one of the statistics along with brat. It definitely falls under that category because it's not vanilla. That's what technically.
Wait, so pretty much anything not vanilla is just automatically BDSM.
Technically.
That feels like so weird though, because it's like that's like two ends of the spectrum. I feel like there should be like a gray area,
Oh no, people have made it, but by technicality, that's what BDSM is anything that's not vanilla and kind of seen as socially taboo, where it's like that's not the norm. It's just kind of funny because it's like even just wanting to be tied up is considered, BDSM. I mean, that's what everyone thinks BDSM only is just being tied up. And I'm
That's
like,
much
no,
more than that.
Much more. There's electro play, there's sense play, sensory deprivation play.
Yeah.
There's wax play. There's a million different things where it's
impact play. There's a lot of things.
Yeah. There's a million different things, but yeah, I would definitely say that it falls under that umbrella. Like I would say the big umbrella that's not in the gray area, yeah. Because, like, example, I wouldn't classify, butt stuff as BDSM. That, even though it's kind of not the norm and kind of a little taboo, it's not BDSM.
We should make it the norm.
Make it the norm.
It's not that weird. Like, compared to other things, I feel like it's not, like, that weird.
No, it's not weird. I mean, for me, I'm not really a big anal or like butt stuff person, in my opinion, because I got IBS.
It's very fair.
So I'm just kind of like, oh, no, chief.
you don't want to like touch that with a 10-foot pole.
It's like, no, chief, no. That's just me though. I'm fine with like play, but not necessarily the whole 9 yards in there. Yeah.
Thank you for gifting a subby to.
Don't say that. I'm surprised that person has not been banned for that name.
I can't with that name. Holy shit.
Wow. The things people get away with.
I feel like that may be crossing a line for Twitch. Like, I've said some really sus names, but I feel like that one's like, ooh, doggy,
no, That is. That's why I'm like, do not say that. Wow. Because that's why I've been avoiding even putting those two words together. But yeah, with butt stuff, I'm just like, yeah, just not the whole 9 yards, but you can like play with it. Sure, you can do like the, finger or eating or whatever, but I don't know.
There's a limit.
Not the whole penor in there, please. Please. I feel like no.
Very fair.
Yeah, but that's just me, and it's very funny when my chat's like, oh, are you into this? I'm like, I may have a big ass, but that doesn't mean...
Doesn't mean I use it like that.
No, and it's kind of sad but funny, because my husband is very into it, but I'm just like...
Oh, no.
That's a motif. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I know I'm your big booty goddess, but I can't give you that. I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, even if your partner's into something, doesn't mean you have to be into that thing, you know?
Oh yeah, because I mean, like I was talking about how he can't be a hard dom. He doesn't like it.
Mhm.
He doesn't like it at all. Like, really, at all. Like, he hates doing that. So, you know, we have our things where it's like, I love it, but he doesn't love it. And then, like, he hates being called daddy. He hates it. But I know a lot of other people that love it. So,
No, I get I don't. Okay, so, like, my child will call me mommy, and I'm like, that's fine. But I don't want to be called mommy in bed. That's, like, that's not something I want, you know?
I don't even like mommy, like, from my chat. I actually really don't like it, because I'm just like, I was around children a lot, you know, growing up, and, like, I was always viewed as, like, a parental figure in that way, and I'm just like, ooh, I don't know. I kind of see that as weird for me. You could call me mistress. I like that.
Oh, mistress is way better than mommy.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. I tell my chat, call me that. Do not call me the other thing, because I just do not vibe with it.
I think I'm just indifferent to it. It's just kind of like, that's fine if you want to call me that. I don't really view myself that way, but sure, why not, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I've learned to just be like, whatever. But, like, at the end of the day, I still remind my chat, like, I don't like it very much. Just call me that.
Apparently Germa
got completely censored.
Wait.
I see a complete censor for him. Oh, Showmez. Oh, there we go.
It just says I call her Stinker.
Why did it censor her Stinker?
Maybe it thought it was too lewd.
No. Too lewd.
Too
Being
lewd.
called Stinker.
Maybe it's because her Stinker put together.
Oh! So they probably think you mean butthole. Yeah. No, I'm talking about butthole in chat. Because do you have, like, Nightbot, I'm guessing?
I do have Nightbot, and I also have one of the shield thingies for automod, because of, like, different things I've been a part of for the front page. They require you to have it, so I just kind of left it there.
Yeah. So my auto mod sometimes bonks people for, like, no reason. I'm like, they're fine. What are you doing?
Yeah, it gets a little testy sometimes. You're like, I promise it's fine, auto mod. I promise I don't mind.
I promise. But crap. Is there anything else that I can, like, think of that I'm just like, I should let chat know?
Do you think that, like, someone who identifies as, like, a top and a bottom can both brat at the same time?
Ooh. So, like,
it's like there's
power play.
Yeah, like, can that be a thing? Because there'd be, like, the top is being a brat and the bottom is being a brat. Can they both brat at the same time, or would that, like, not work?
It would. I mean, it'd be complicated, but it could work. I mean, it's kind of hard when you have a double, like when it's like, oh, well, you have the person who's the position of the bottom brat versus the top brat. If it kind of sometimes doesn't work, but I mean, if you make it work, shit, it could work. Yeah.
I'm just curious because, like, I've never, like, been with someone else who also could have brat tendencies, so I'm like, I wonder if, like, you could combine and have, like, double brat, you know?
Yeah, it would just be very complicated, but I mean, you definitely could do it. If you have the mental fortitude.
Is that what all bratting comes down to? Do you have the mental fortitude for bratting? Yes or no?
Do you? Do you have the gall? Do you have the balls to be able to?
I feel like I need, like, a BuzzFeed quiz on it. Like, can you handle being a brat or handling a brat? You know?
Can you fuck around and find out? Let's see.
Sometimes it's good to fuck around and find out. Sometimes it's not, but sometimes it is.
Yeah. Depends on the person. The person you're being a brat to.
Definitely.
My arms are freaking out now. Here, let me unplug this, because my arms do not want to work today.
I mean, valid. Who wants their arms to work, you know? They could just sit there and vibe with you.
Yeah. I wish it just becomes starfish.
Mm-hmm.
Just lay there.
Don't starfish.
Yeah, like a starfish.
Oh, the worst.
Look, I would love to be a starfish. I'd love to be reincarnated as a starfish. They just chill there.
You
Do
just
nothing.
vibe.
Yeah, they do nothing. They barely have any predators.
Wait, really? I thought there was something that ate them, right?
Yeah, there's a few things, but I'm saying they don't have very many.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Not that I want to be a starfish, but like, good to know.
They don't have many.
Well, I don't know about not wanting your arms to work, but if you give me a night, I could
No.
help your legs not work for the next a little.
You chill out. You chill out.
Phoenix is one of my mods. He goes hard in multiple ways.
Oh, I know. It is funny. I'm just like, oh,
Oh my god. I fucking can't.
Phoenix, please.
Phoenix, please. I mean, okay, his name is Phoenix, but I start calling him Phoenix.
Hey.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we say everyone pointing left. The bright. Shut up, Silva. I hate you. That's another one of my freaking viewers. So mean.
Do you not want people pointing you?
No,
No.
don't point at me. I'm self-conscious. I'll piss myself.
What happens if I point at you and tell you you're cute?
I'll still piss myself.
I mean, the floor already has a gloopy mess. What's one more mess, right?
No, no. Not double mess.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you're the one who started it.
True. Why does it keep censoring messages for me? Is this on my end?
I think it's on your end because I do not see it on my end.
Damn.
You may
I got
have
the
like the settings up where it
Baby
like
filter on.
yeah, it has all the filters for all the like potentially bad words.
Yeah, because it's censored. I hate you. I'm like, why?
KB, I do think you must have a censor because that's not censored for me.
Yeah, I think I get the baby mode on. I get the goo goo gaga wah wah mode on.
Oopsie.
Oopsie. I wasn't doing that before, but.
Sometimes it can be a little fucky wucky, you know. Do you think bratting plays into any other kinks? I mean, we already talked like it's under the BDSM umbrella, but do you think it plays into anything else?
Definitely the power dynamic kind of kink, where it's the power play, where you like to fight in that way for dominance or fight for control in the situation. I definitely feel like it falls under that as well, because brats, you know, they like to try to seem like they're hot shit and, you know, take over the situation, but they ultimately want to lose because they want, you know, they want themselves to be laying back and not have to do a thing.
What happens if they win though?
That's the trade-off, where it's like, well, shit, now I don't know what to do.
Have you had that happen where you're like, oh fuck, I didn't think I'd come out on top this time, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, damn it. I did it too much. Do you think it might feed into primal? It could. Primal prey. It could, but prey I would see more as like the obedience side of things versus like ratting.
Well, sometimes prey want to be like put in their place, I think is why.
True, which is another reason I'm into that dynamic.
Yeah, because there's like because I'm not into primal prey, but like I know too many people that are into it, so I know a decent amount about it. But it's like you want to like be put in your place. It can also have like some vor aspects. Shit, there was another thing I was gonna say, and my brain blanked.
You're good. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I guess so then. Yeah, definitely could feed into the primal prey thing, because yeah, ultimately we want to lose a lot of the time. Like the brats just want to rile you up so you go even harder and further than you were before. That's kind of the point.
To get a rise out of the other person, right?
Yeah, trying to like use you as a wind-up toy where you go faster. Literally.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's like, I know if I do this, you're gonna treat me much rougher. Let's go.
Exactly. It's like we are technically in control of the situation, and we ultimately want to achieve our goal and then lay back and relax.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a lot of 4D chess.
You put a lot of energy into the beginning so you can relax at the end.
Yes, essentially. Brats are in control until the Brat Tamer shows up. Exactly. And those are the most fun to mess with because they know the game. I was talking about this before.
So would you prefer a Brat Tamer over like a regular person then?
Yeah, because they know what's up. They know like, okay, they get what I'm doing. Yeah, I definitely feel way more comfortable to be able to just go full out on a Brat Tamer versus someone who's just like a normal like soft dom or something, where it's like they may not be able to do what I want in that bratty moment, because usually I don't like to brat soft doms because I'm just like, oh, you're being nice. Now I feel bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I find that adorable though.
Well, because then I'm just like, well, shit. I read the room wrong.
It's like, I'm not getting the rise out of this that I wanted.
Damn it. No. Oh, man.
How about this? Do you have any suggestions for someone who's trying to like, maybe not exactly become a Brat Tamer, but like handle a brat? Like, if they're not used to the situation.
Ooh, definitely do your research of like what you're comfortable with and what types of brats, because like I was mentioning before, there's a bunch of different types, and ultimately just communicate to your partner of what you want out of this situation or what you want out of your interaction in this sense. But yeah, that's a hard question to answer, because it's just kind of like, ooh, there's a million different types of brats, so just see which ones you're comfortable with and are okay with playing around with. 100%. And to keep in mind, the bratting isn't coming from a place of malice. Yeah, definitely. If there's a brat that's like coming at it from a place of malice, they're just being a dick. They're not being a brat.
That's a completely different thing.
That's a completely different, like, you're just being an asshole. There's definitely a limit to bratting. It's nothing out of malice. It's literally cooing and playfulness and, you know, it's does not come from a place of, I want to actually hurt your feelings, or I actually want to bother you truly to your core or something. Yeah, it's to get the attention focused on us, 100%, because we want you to ultimately take over the whole situation. That's what we want. We want to have that spotlight shine on us, and then we're like, ah ha ha, you know, and then we're able to relax and lay back, like I mentioned before.
It makes a lot of sense, because I guess I hadn't thought about it that way, but being a brat is pretty much to get attention, huh?
Yeah, there you go. Essentially, because it's just like, oh, you think I'm gonna make it easy? Oh, you're dead wrong. Damn, chat's calling you out right now.
I am a switch, and I will say in my current relationship with my boyfriend, I am the top in that situation. Bill is a little subby crab.
Aww.
Just say it. He's admitted it, so. He literally had a stream yesterday about being a confident bottom. So.
Damn, he's literally just been like showing it as a badge of honor.
He does take it as a badge of honor, because like a lot of people like view being like a bottom as like, I don't know, not exactly a bad thing, but like a lesser, like you're lesser because you are, which I've never agreed with. So, I mean, I'm a switch, so I mean, I don't mind being either. But there's nothing wrong with being on bottom or being submissive, you know?
Oh yeah, I mean, how I was saying before, I feel the submissive one is the more dominant one, somewhat, at the end of the day, because they're getting what they want, which is you to do everything.
Yeah, and I mean,
Like,
generally
do
the
them.
submissive is the one who's calling the shots at the end. It's like, well, I don't want to do this, so we're not doing it, you know?
Yeah, and I actually view the submissive ones as more as the dominant one. And in my relationship, I'm definitely the submissive one, and then my husband is more the dominant one. Because I tried dominating him, and he's
Really?
just like, no. He literally looked at me and went, no.
It's like, this
And
is
I'm like-
not working.
I felt so like defeated. I was like,
I'm sorry.
he's like, no, you're great, you're great. Yeah, I bet this works for other people, but for me, it doesn't get me going. I'm not into dominant women, and I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, it doesn't work for both of us, but you know, I think it also determines as well as you being a switch as well. I
Yeah.
have tried to tell people that sometimes you just cannot switch for some people, where it's like
Oh,
there's
yeah, totally.
someone where you are just, oh, I can only dom for you, or oh, I can only sub for you. I have that with a lot of people where it's like I couldn't switch around with you. Like my husband, I can't do dom on him. Like I just don't.
Like,
It doesn't vibe.
it's even because even though you are a switch and you have been like a top or a bottom in different situations, being with specific people the way your energy vibes together, it just doesn't always work.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny when people are just like, but you're a switch, why can't you do this for me? It's like, I don't know, I just don't.
The vibes
don't-
aren't there.
The vibe for me to be a dom for you is not there. Like I more so see myself as the sub in this situation. Like I don't know. That's why definitely sexual synergy is a big
Definitely.
thing that you need to focus on. And I'm gonna go on a quick tangent. This
You're
is
fine.
why I hate it when people shame people for having sex on the first date, because sometimes you need to know if that's even there for you to even go further. Because for me, I need to know if there's anything for me. So like if I had a really great time with you and I really like you, the next step is for me to decide, okay, let's do this. And because I like you and I have that connection with you now, if we have that synergy. And if we don't, then there's not going to be another date. Because, you know, I don't have that with you. I'm not going to waste my time and do more and more and more and more and more dates to where then we get to ultimately the same goal we were going to get, you know, from the first time. So that's just my opinion. I
get it.
hate it when people get shamed for that. I'm just like,
I don't think there's any shame in it. I know I personally couldn't do that like on a first date. Like I feel like I'd have to get to know someone really well. Then again, most of the people I've dated have already been friends. Like they're people I already know, because like dating strangers never really worked out for me.
oh yeah, I should have preferenced it with that. I don't either. I don't usually with strangers. It's usually people I like know. Where
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
so like if it was someone I knew and we went on a date and it was really good, I could see it. Yeah, I could see it. I mean, I could see it. Yeah.
yeah, because I'm a demisexual, so it's just kind of like, all right, this is the next step to see. Because a lot of people don't know, me and my husband, we were close friends for 3 years before we even started
Oh,
dating.
really?
Yeah. So when we started dating, we're just like, we know everything about each other. Like we skipped everything. Where it's like the
Oh my God,
you know
I
the
feel that.
awkwardness,
Yeah.
and like it's like, oh, I can't fart in front of you. No, we already were way past that.
No,
We
I
were
feel that because me and Bill.
a million light years away from that point.
I definitely vibe with that. Me and Vil were like friends for a year, then best friends for another year after that. So like, we already knew like all the dirty shit about each other. So it's like, man, I already know your shit. This is fine.
Yeah, me and him were close friends, like I would even say best friends at that point, because yeah, like he knew everything that was going on in my life, and you know, like everything about me and stuff like that. And yeah, so when we started dating, it was just funny because yeah, we we didn't have any of the like awkward stuff, or like we were just
Yeah.
kind of like, well, shit, we know everything about each other. And then I mean, that's why a lot of people were like, oh, you guys were only together for a year before he like proposed. I'm like, yeah, because we knew each other so well. We knew we wanted to be together at that point. Because we're just like, well, this is really working out. Cool.
I mean, I'd say a year is even normal for someone that you like didn't know, because there's plenty of people who get engaged like well before like knowing someone for a year.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, usually my rule of thumb though is like I move in with the person after a year, and then another year goes by, and I'm like, okay, do I actually want to be engaged with that person? But yeah, I just skipped the whole extra year because I was just like, well, I know him. Like I know I want to be with him, so we moved in together, and then he proposed like only a couple months later, and I'm like,
It's cute.
but yeah, definitely having that synergy with someone is very, very fucking important. If you, I view it as the same as like the love aspect, 100%.
Especially for people where like sex is an important part of their relationship, not having synergy in the bedroom is going to lead to a lot of problems later on. Like, you can love someone a whole lot, but if you're not compatible in bed, you're not compatible in bed. Like, it sucks, but it's a thing that happens pretty often. And I feel like a lot of people end up like drawing out these relationships into these long things where they break up and get back together, break up and get back together, because they want it to work, but it just doesn't. Which I know it sucks, but like, you gotta know when to throw in the towel, you know?
Yeah, and that's what happened with the previous relationship before I even got with my husband, was that, yeah, where I just had this problem where I'm like, you do not click with me in the bedroom, but I really do like you and appreciate you and even love you, but it's not working. And the sexual aspect for me is important because I view it as a part of the relationship for me.
Yeah.
Some people, I mean, it's not important at all because they're asexual, and you know, that's completely valid.
Hey, it can still be important for asexuals because there is a wide range of asexuality. I gotta say.
Yeah, no, there's definitely the whole wide range, but I'm saying it doesn't always matter for everyone.
Like, for some people, like, they don't do anything sexual at all, so it doesn't matter at all, but like... Speaking of, hi, Bill!
Yeah, so did...
Great timing.
Hi, Bill! Hello, apparently, Ava's gonna use you as a, nightstand, by the way, so...
I think he'd prefer a footstool, but, I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later, I promise.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
I love that he came in on that. And you had to tell him, why you gotta be ratting me out like that?
Look, I mean, I'm just saying, it's way too funny.
Damn.
But I'm trying to think, if there's anything. Yeah, because you were asking that if. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm like connecting pieces, like going back.
Fine.
And I'm like, okay. Is there anything that I need to reel back?
We got a little off topic from that, but I mean, the topic was important because, you know, having that sexual intimacy is very important in any type of like sexual relationship.
Yes.
Yes, we are talking about brats today. What gave it away? The giant brat on KB's forehead.
Oh no, totally. Have no clue. And they're your favorite? Oh, I'm gonna be your absolute fucking delight then. Just kidding, I'm gonna be your worst fucking nightmare.
I'm literally imagining you just having brat like written across your forehead just to like be annoying to someone. So be like, yeah,
It's like, what do I need to know about you? Gets the Sharpie out. There we go. Stick it on my forehead on a sticky note. Oh, let's see. Is there anything?
Hmm.
Is there anything that chat would want to ask about it or other things? I can talk about other. Like, I mean, I'm a fucking book when it comes to this sort of stuff, because, you know, being in the biz for so long, I know way too much about certain stuff. I mean, funny enough, some kinks I have no idea about, because I actually asked Vil the other day. I was like, hey, can I interview you about feet stuff? Because I don't seem to grasp my little tiny head around it.
I mean, I get that. There's a lot of kinks out there, and especially ones that you are interested in, you're like, how does this work? I do not comprehend, you know?
Well, I just want to know what gets them going. What is the thing that really works for someone who's like, what is the dynamic for someone who likes feet or who likes, you know? Because I love hands. Hands are my thing. Where I'm like, oh, I like veiny type hands where it's like, or rough hands. Like, that's my thing. And I feel it kind of goes into synergy with the feet stuff. Not necessarily on the same bracket, but definitely in the same wavelength. So I was like trying to be like, okay, well, this is what I like about it. Is this kind of the same how it is like with feet? But yeah, it's fascinating to learn like about, you know.
Well, Bill is the
What makes
expert on
people
that,
tick in different
so I'm sure he can tell you and teach you a lot about it.
You mentioned sus VA work earlier. May we ask you what chose to do some of that? Good question. Because it's fun. Honestly, that's really what it was. It's like, oh, I get to be paid to moan into the microphone? Sign me up. I mean, because I've always just been very sexually open and very in tune with myself. So I viewed it as, oh, okay. I mean, sure, because I'm an actress. Like, I was an onstage actor for like years. You know, doing musical theater and stuff like that. Like nothing big, but you know, local. And so I'm just used to acting. So it was just kind of like, okay. I mean, I've acted sexual scenes out before, like on stage. So I'm just like, well, okay, it's kind of the same, you know, just behind a microphone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I literally it was just like, oh, okay. And I didn't think I was gonna go that far. I mean, my name is fucking like cum bomb, like it's my Twitter, like.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was gonna go that far. I would have been way more professional with the name. That's why I'm trying to do Camila Bombad as like my professional name. I just randomly came up with the name because, you know, I really love Scott Pilgrim, and Scott Pilgrim, there's a band in it called Sex Bomb.
Yeah.
Yep, Sex Bomb. And so I was just like, okay, well, I can't name it myself Sex Bomb because that's just a direct ripoff. What's related to sex? And I was like, oh, let me change it to a K because it sounds a little cooler. So yeah, I didn't think I was gonna go that far because I thought it was just gonna be a hobby, and here we are. 4 years later, it's now my career. So yeah, it's just kind of what I do.
I mean, as long as you enjoy it, right? That's what matters.
Yeah, and I mean, I love doing it. It's just, it's very funny when people are like, how do you do that? How do you get behind a microphone and do it? I'm like, it's literally the same as acting. It's
just open your mouth.
Yeah, I open my mouth in many ways. So it's just like, I can't really explain it. It's like, if you're not an actor or an actress, you can't really get it. It's just, it's kind of like, it just clicks for you that like, oh, you're playing a character. Now you're in like a completely, you know, that I am in character. And that's kind of how I view it. I completely separate my normal self and I play my character. But there's definitely times where I laugh with some of the things I say. I'm like, I would never say that in person or real life ever. But you know, it's a little funny. Yeah, don't get me wrong. There's definitely scripts that I've written or other people have written where I get a little bit of a giggle. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of literally what started it. I know it's a boring answer, but it literally just money.
I mean, it makes
and
sense.
It seemed fun. Let me see. So what kind of traits would define a brat tamer? That's a good question. I guess someone who wants to dominate brats. Like, that's literally what it is. It's just someone who likes that brat dynamic and likes to either make them obedient or make them cave or you know, they like that banter. They like that back and forth. But it's usually someone who likes to, you know, dom a brat and get, you know, that obedient side of them, and in the end. That's usually what I've been told. But
If you can only go off of like what you've been told, because you yourself are not a brat tamer.
No, not at all. So I'm just like, yeah, if someone was a brat to me like the other way, I'm just like, no, that's my thing.
There can only be one.
There can only be one. You're not allowed to do that. That is my thing.
Oh my god. So you wouldn't like it then if someone who was like submissive to you was bratty.
Yeah, because I'm just like, you're a sub. Shut your mouth.
Damn. Brat Battle Royale. Holy shit.
Yes, put them in the Thunderdome.
I'd love to see that though.
It's like a rap battle, but instead it's like just a brat battle.
Oh, do you prefer as the brat to cave in if you're getting rewarded, or be like domed into obedience?
Ooh. It really depends on my mood, but I'm definitely way more into the being domed into obedience because I like it when they work for it. They work for my obedience. They work for that, you know, that ability for me to completely let go and just give my all to them and all my effort. Yeah, definitely the second one where I prefer it.
But see, rewards are so nice. It's like in school when you get like the gold star like on your paper or something. You're like, oh, fuck yes, I want the stickers. Give me the stickers, you know. Sometimes the little rewards are so like rewarding, and you're like, ah, yes, please give me more.
Has anyone ever mistaken your being bratty as an attempt to dominate them? I've seen some people get those mixed up sometimes, so that's why I asked. Oh, definitely. I mean, yeah.
Wait,
and
really?
I'm just like, yeah, they definitely get it confused. And I'm like, wait, whoa, that's not what's happening here.
Those are two completely different vibes, though.
Some people get it mixed up. I mean, some people just don't know the cues, I guess. But yeah, no, I've had a few instances where I'm like, wait, no. Because for me, all right, I'll put it down like this. If you are a husky guy with like a beard and very masculine feature, I cannot dom you. I'm sorry. I can't do it. And that's just kind of my like, that's my, ooh, I'm melting into a puddle because that's kind of who I want to dom me. So I've had that happen where I was on, you know, a date in that way and they thought that's what I was trying to do. And I'm like, whoa, no. I'm not trying to dom you. I want you to dom me. That's not what's happening here. But yeah, people have mistaken that. I mean, for someone who's not very well trained, I guess, in you know, brattiness or not know much about it at all, I guess could see it as that. But I do agree with you, Ava, where it's just kind of like it's two different vibes. But yeah, for some people, they just don't know. I guess it's more ignorance than it is, you know, them, you know. I don't know, but
I guess maybe it's just because like I know the difference. Like I can't see it getting confused, but I think it's just because like I can tell the difference maybe.
Rewards are so nice, and I like brats can be switches from person to person. One of my partners is a brat to me, but Dom's like,
yeah, exactly.
That's what I do. I'm just like, there's some people that I just cannot, you know, sub for. For example, if you're kind of a lanky, shy kind of guy, where it's like you're very sheepish. Oh, I will dom the fuck out of you. You better run. You better run and go very far away. It's just very specific types of people and stuff like that. Those are the best. But thoughts on collars in the brat? literally wearing one as I sit here. I love collars. I love
Collars are hot.
yeah. I mean, I wear them. It's just a normal fashion. I mean, the collar that I'm wearing, you know, for my character is actually based on one of my favorite collars that I wear in person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I mean, I'm goth in real life, you know, so my style is definitely more, you know, alternative and stuff like that. So yeah, it's based off of my favorite actual collar that I got at a BDSM club. Funny enough.
Oh my god, who could imagine?
But it kind of, it doesn't actually really like give away, oh, it's a BDSM one, because it doesn't have anything like, you know, like a, you know, slut on it or anything. It just, it looks like it's normal goth fashion. But I definitely love collars and stuff like that, because I'm a big fan of either using them on people or people using them on me. I don't know. It kind of gives an addition to that you're mine and you are gonna be obedient to me type vibe. Where it's like, either I'm doing it to someone and like, yeah, you're mine to me, or the other way around. I definitely love it.
What would you suggest for someone who like hasn't worn one but is possibly interested but they're not sure?
Definitely go small for a collar. Because the bigger you get, the more constrictive it is on your neck, and like the more uncomfortable it usually is. Definitely go small and see how you feel. Where it's like the definitely get one where it's made for collaring. Don't just grab one where it's like, oh, you got it at Hot Topic. No, baby girl. No, baby girl. Don't do that. That's gonna come off in one yank. Get one specifically that's made for that, and make sure you know your limitations and comfortability. Do you like hard yanks? Do you like soft yanks? Do you not like yanking at all? Because for my thing, I actually hate my hair being pulled. If someone pulls my hair, that is a mood killer for me. I'm just like, because I have a very sensitive scalp because of my fine hair, and I'm like, no, the moment that you pull my hair, I'm leaving.
Fair.
Do not pull my hair. You can pull my collar all you want, but the moment you pull my hair, no, that ruins it for me. I'm gonna kill Automod. I agree, glasses. I agree. Smite them on the spot. Let's see. See, it's still censoring shit. Yeah, one of my partners has been a little obvious as a king. Yeah, that is one of my favorite things. I love the bimbofication or bimbo type kink as well, because I classify myself as a goth bimbo.
Yeah.
So where I definitely wear a goth aesthetic, but I definitely have like my Hello Kitty, or I have, you know.
Hey, there's
like,
goth Hello Kitty. There's Choco Cat, Kuromi. You know.
Exactly. There's Kuromi's my favorite.
I knew it.
Staring at my Kuromi plush that's sitting on my desk right now. Yeah, me and Choco Vanna, if you know Choco.
Yes.
I constantly send her like Kuromi things that I find.
That's adorable.
I'm like, here's a cute Kuromi plush that I just got. I just wanted to share this with you. But yeah, definitely, I would consider myself a goth bimbo, because I do like baby doll pink. I love that color.
Pink's a great color.
I hate hot pink though. That is the one color I do not like. Like where it's
like
that neon.
Pink. See, I like hot pink, but I prefer like a soft pink, like I guess like the baby pink.
Yeah, baby doll pink. That's I just don't like the hot pink like that, because I think it reminds me too much of the early 2000s, where a lot of like tomboy girl clothes were just covered in that color.
Yeah.
And that was the only thing you could find that had like, you know, skulls or alternative stuff. It was always hot pink.
It was like black with hot pink. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep,
yeah.
And I hated it. I'm just like, why can't it be the lighter pink? I want the light pink. And so I think I just grew a resentment.
Oh no.
But yeah, I love baby doll pink. Baby doll pink, like light pink, is one of my favorite colors. But funny enough, my favorite color is actually orange, and a lot of people don't know that.
I mean, your pants
Like a-
are orange.
Yeah, I mean, I made them orange on purpose because my previous design, it was camo pants, so people thought, oh, it's green. No, it's not green.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually orange. I love the color orange, especially like light orange, like a
I like
pumpkin
it.
orange.
I like an obnoxious shade of orange, like a really bright orange.
Like what fucking construction zone orange?
I don't know, just like a really bright orange. Maybe not like construction, not like orange cones, but like it's a really like maybe like a sunshine orange, you know?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's definitely fine.
I just call
I'm
it
just more-
obnoxious because it's not like pumpkin orange. It's brighter than that, you know?
I just think of construction zone when I think of a noxious orange. But yeah, orange is my favorite, and then black, and then baby doll pink, and then purple.
Pink's obviously my favorite. if
And that
you
is
couldn't tell,
valid. That is completely
Hmm.
valid. It is a good color. I just prefer only the baby doll pink.
there's nothing wrong with that.
But goth kitty, is that like anything like goth? Wait,
Didn't even
Kitty.
finish the sentence because
wait.
you were talking about goth Hello Kitty.
Oh, yeah. I'm just like, wait, where? That's cute. I like goth kitty. Show me goth kitty. Yeah, no, there's the. I mean, goth Hello Kitty is just Kuromi, essentially.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Essentially, but
Mhm.
orange for the win. Yes, 100%. 100%. Good old safety orange. Yep, good old safety orange. It's funny. And, that's actually the orange I hate. It's the one orange I hate is construction zone.
Sorry.
Oh no, just it's different from the sunset. When you said sunset, okay, I get
Mhm.
that. I don't like the dark neon orange where it's like traffic cone orange.
Yeah,
where
not
I'm
not
like,
traffic cone orange. It's a little too orange.
I'm like, no, I hate that. I hate that color.
Aw,
One-
that's so sweet. The YouTube bit of your panel on LootTubing is what got me into VTubing. That's so cute. I'm glad that LootTubing could get you into VTubing. That's one hell of a way to get in the rabbit hole, right?
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Let me see. Was that for yours, or are you talking about me? Which
I
one?
said, well, they said I'm glad I finally got to catch one of your streams, so I'm not sure. It could be either.
Yeah, could be either of us.
Because I've done panels on LootTubing too.
I was like, well, we've both done it, so I'm just like, oh,
Mhm.
I don't know.
Who could imagine two loot people having both done panels on LootTubing?
Who would have guessed?
Hey, Villa's a great way to get into VTubing. Mhm.
Yeah. Damn, you called me a brat. Fuck.
I mean,
you're right.
look at your forehead.
You are exactly correct. But hello, I'm Camilla, and it was great. I mean, LootTubing is amazing. I mean,
Mhm.
that's where I started since March. I mean, that's where I went over to the blue Twitch, and I haven't looked back. And I'm trying to come over here onto normal Twitch, but I'm just like, I'm so afraid of like getting banned.
It's fine. You should go check out KB. Their name, their
Yeah.
@ is in the title, so you could go give them some lava love. Just click on it, and you'll go to their page.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm just so afraid to like do normal because I want to try to hit partner the next TwitchCon, but
Ooh, that'd be fun.
I want to, but I don't think I'm anywhere close, so I may not be able to. And also, TwitchCon is literally the weekend before my wedding.
Holy shit.
So I'm like, that's happy.
Are you sure you want to go? That's so much.
I want to, but I'm like, I may be a little too busy, but
Oh
I
my
really
God.
do want to go. I want to try.
It's a lot of fun.
Um,
Hi, Tani. I hope you're doing well. Can we get a shout out for Tani, pretty please? Well, are you gonna go to Offkai?
Yes, I do have that planned. Because I was told Offkai is really fun.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to
I've
Offkai.
Yeah, I've never been to California, so I'm like, oh gosh, I've never been here. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I've gone a couple
What-
times.
I have a lot of friends that live in California, so they're just like, if you need help, I'm like, okay.
But I know me and Will are gonna go to Off-Kai. I still need to get my plane ticket, but it's stupid expensive, so I haven't gotten it yet. I'm kind of just like, maybe I'll do that later.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go. I mean, cause I submitted a thing for like the panel or whatever, and I hope I get picked. Maybe.
Same
but,
here. I applied to be like a guest and do a panel, but I have not heard anything yet, and I'm like, this is fine.
I haven't heard anything either. I mean, with mine. So I mean, even if I don't know, I'm just like, oh, I'll just go, just cause, you know, a lot of. I mean, it's a VTuber convention. I mean, duh. So.
Here's the thing, Virus. I don't have the money to get it right now, so I'm kind of just like playing it by ear.
That's why you should spoil Ava with donations and bits.
There's a reason I have a thing on Throne to help get me to Off-Kai. The flight's fucking expensive.
Actually, go to the Throne one, so Twitch doesn't take like all of it.
Oh, Daddy
go to
Twitch.
the Throne one.
how you be punishing to us?
I saw how rough the fucking cut is, cause like I had someone like sub bomb me the other month, and I only got like, I don't even think it was half of it, like maybe
So,
even a little less.
It depends on the region they're in, because different countries get different prices per sub, which is what it is. It's usually 50-50, but it changes a bit. Thank you, I appreciate it, and I'm glad I can be an inspiration. But it depends. And then like if you're like partner plus, which is what I really would like to be, you get a better cut. Like I think if you get 100 partner plus points, it's a 60-40 cut, and then if you get like 300, then it's a 70-30 cut, which sounds real nice, you know?
That does sound real nice, but I don't know. Just me, I would be like, I think partners should just get that automatically.
I
mean, they
wish.
already did all that hard work to get partner.
Mm-hmm.
They should be, you know, they should have that cut. That's just my opinion though, because I'm just like, it's already so hard to get partner.
I don't know how I did. I don't know how I'm here.
Look,
I did things.
you worked hard. You worked hard. You
Mhm.
worked hard, and I hope to eventually be a part of that. The cool kids club.
Come join the cool kids club. I'm hoping so, because I know you want to get it for TwitchCon. I'm really hoping that Vil can become a partner before TwitchCon, so he is not stuck waiting outside the partner lounge next year like he was this year. And I'm like, I'm so sorry.
That's why I wanted to go, because I had friends that were like, are you going? I'm like, I'm not a partner. I can't go. And they're like, oh yeah. And I'm like,
Oh man, if we got a +1, it'd be fine, but we don't get a +1, which is very rude.
You don't. No. Because I was wondering that. I'm like, well, maybe I can do that. And yeah, no. My friends are like, no, you can't do that. So.
Unfortunately.
Damn. Damn. Yeah, it is lame. Super lame.
Man, I guess gamers don't have significant others they want to bring with them.
Yeah, I guess so. The Twitch streamers, what do you mean they have a partner? No, they don't.
Could you imagine? How cringe.
How cringe. What do you mean? They're just Twitch streamers. They just stay in their house all day. Oh, hey Graves, what's up? Yes, smelly raccoon here. Yes. Berate me more. You're British though, so.
What do you smell like?
What do I smell like?
Well, if you're smelly, is it a good smell?
I'm gonna just say it's musk. I'm not gonna
just
tell you
musk.
what type.
I'm gonna hope that's a good musk then.
Well, funny enough, my perfume does say musk,
Oh
so
my
I just go
God.
with that. I'm like musk, and they're like, what type? Musk.
I love that for you. It's amazing.
Gosh.
The smelly
smell.
smell that smells.
Smells. Yes.
Smelly.
Yes, the smelly smell that smells.
All the smells.
Exactly. I get it. Exactly.
Do you think?
Oh god.
No, I'm just like, do you think being smelly plays into being a brat?
Well, there is funny enough, I am into musk kink. That is another one
I know
that
that's a thing.
a lot of people don't know about. I'm into that one too, very much so. It's a big one that people are like, ew, why? I'm like, because it's like literal science. It's like pheromones. It's science. Because we have brain, you know, at the end of the day. We're animals, and you know, like there's been so many research studies done, like where they have had like a wife and have their husband put into a group of like 10 different guys, and they have their shirts, you know, put up on, you know, for the wife to smell, and the wife every time can smell which one is the husband, and all they've done is just wore that shirt the entire day, no perfume, nothing. They just wore it. They know every time, and I'm just like, it just comes down to a basic science.
Well, I mean, it's like smelling your part, like wearing something your partner's worn and smelling them on it. It's like, oh, this is my partner, you know?
Yeah, but even just like their natural musk, their natural smell. Everyone has a natural smell to them, whether they believe it or not. Some people like smell more like floral. Some people smell more like, well, some people I've actually smelled like potato chips.
Like fried potato chips?
Well, like Fritos, I guess.
Oh my god.
And yeah, I mean, everyone just has a natural scent to them, just by default. Like without like BO being put into the situation.
So what's weird is like, I'm like, I know everyone smells like something, but it's like, I don't know what I smell like, and I can never know what I smell like.
Yeah, you have to ask other people, because you're just so used to yourself that you can't smell yourself. You have to literally get someone to be like, all right, take my arm and take a huge whiff. What does my arm smell like?
Maybe when Bill gets here, I'll be like, hey, can you tell me exactly what I smell like?
Hints of lavender.
Oh my god. So, okay, so if you're into musk, does that mean like just general, or is it like feet or armpits or something specific? Because I know some people are into specific smells, not just like in general.
So I'm not like a feet or armpit person. No, I'm more like a sweat. So like if it's their normal, just on them. Like if it's armpit, I'm like, no, not for me. Because it's usually that's associated with BO, and BO is different from musk. But some people that like musk also like the BO kind of. It's like a separate kind of pathway.
Okay.
But for me, it's sweat and just general smell of somebody. Sweat is definitely what gets me going. So like if somebody worked out and then came to me and was like, hey babe, and then I smell them and I smell their sweat and then like just their natural musk with it, I'm like, oh, I like that.
See,
I like that. I want to lick you.
Oh my god. See, I don't really like bodily fluids, so like the thought of like someone being covered in sweat is really gross to me, including myself. So I'm just like, I'm over here, I'm like, oh god, I could not handle that.
Oh, I hate sweat on myself. I absolutely despise it. I hate feeling wet. Like I hate it myself. But if somebody else is, you know, I don't like cover myself in their body and be like, yes, embrace me. I'm like, no. I'm just saying,
you don't
like,
want to soak up all their liquids.
Like, I would give them a cheeky lick on their neck and be like, hey, babe, you know, type thing. Like, I like your flavor.
Oh god, it'd be so salty.
Oh my god. But yeah, so there's definitely limits for each person that's into it, and you know, like, yeah, if somebody had BO, no, like, no, please go shower. I want you to do that first.
Showering is important. Okay, no, I don't like body fluid. Woman who's literally made entirely of fluid. Okay, a lava lamp is completely different, and slime girls are completely different than like spit, blood, piss, etc. You know,
it's a little
completely different thing.
Little different.
just a little different. I mean, would you want someone else's blood on you? Probably not. I'm just saying.
Well, you are technically heated wax, so you are technically a wax play thing.
Oh, I guess technically I am.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I've never tried wax play because I think it would hurt too much.
It actually doesn't. I actually love it. I love wax play. It's definitely not painful. It's more like it's like when you know one of those like icy hot like patches that you put on, or like just put on icy hot. It feels like that.
I mean, I know that there's obviously like specific like candles you use for it, but I've never, thinking back, I've never been with someone who's into it, so I've never like thought to try it. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like it'd be dangerous to try on my own when I know nothing about it.
Oh no, it's not very actually dangerous really at all. Because funny enough, how I knew I was into it is when I was a kid and I would put it on my hands, and then like I would take the candle and I would pour the wax on my hands and I would just peel it off, and it started as kind of like just a peeling thing, and then when I was like later in my years, I'm like, this seems interesting. What if I use this in a sexual aspect? And then that's when the whole new world opened up for me. But it's safe. Just use designated candles. Don't use like any candle.
Yeah. And so does it like, it's gonna sound really stupid, does it go specific places, or do you just like put it on your hand? Like, I don't know. I have not done this.
Primarily it goes on your sensitive part, like so like your back, like where your back would be, or like your butt, or like the back of your thighs, or things like that, like that sensitive area. I'm not saying like
not like sensitive. Yeah, okay. Because I was about to say that may be bad.
No, I'm just saying areas where it's kind of like areas you like to be, let's say, rubbed or scratched, where it's like somebody is like kind of scratching your back. It's kind of the same sensation for people that like the wax play. For me, I'm just like, it's kind of like a little bit of a jolt, and then it's like very nice because it's very like warming. And then if they do a massage with it too, because the candles that usually do with wax play are massage oil, so then someone can also massage you.
So it's wax and massage oil?
Correct. Yeah, it's very, very nice.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very sensual. It's very romantic, in my opinion, and I love using it.
Actually sounds really nice. I did not know that. Are all of them like that, or just some of them?
No, some of them. So not all of them are like it, but the ones that I prefer are the ones that are the massage oil, that are wax as well, and it's very, very nice. Because then you just get a free massage out of it, and it's very sensual, and it's like very romantic, and I don't know. Then you go bow chicka bow wow if you want.
Or it's just really nice though.
Or it's just a nice date night where it's like, oh, you take care of the other person, and then maybe you swap and you do the other,
I mean, but there's still fire involved though, because it is a candle, right? Like you have to be careful about that.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. You can't just like pour it like directly like with the flame to their skin or anything. But just make sure that you don't burn too much, and then it's just kind of like, well, now you just have too much oil on. Now they just look like a slippery mess. They just kind of look like a rubber chicken.
I feel like I learned so much because I had no idea, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I only got into it very like serious recently because I realized I like sensation deprivation. Sensation deprivation is another one that I'm into, where you wear like headphones, and then you wear eye mask, like a sleeping mask, and then just you're usually either like tied up, like you have your arms behind your back, and then they just do whatever they want to you, and then they use like sensory type things where it's like a feather, or they use the wax, or they use the just generally their hands. I like it because it's like, I don't know what they're about to do next. It's kind of that
surprise.
Yeah, it's anticipation. Or it's like, ooh, what are you gonna do? I have no idea. I don't see you. Because when you anticipate something, it doesn't feel as, you don't feel it as much.
Yeah.
It's not,
because it's gonna happen.
Yeah. So when they touch you, it feels amplified. Like just by even just simply just running their fingers on you.
No, that makes sense. See, I find that funny because I'm like super blind, so I'm just sitting here. I'm like, man, you don't even need a blindfold for me. You just take off my glasses and I'm just gone.
Same thing. I mean, you don't know what they're gonna do next. But yeah, I just like the sensory deprivation because it just heightens your feeling, 100%.
Makes sense.
But yeah, no, those are definitely other ones that I'm super into. It's just not one that I picked for this because I'm like, well, there's not really much you can talk about with those. It's just very like
Very straightforward.
yeah, it's very straightforward. It's very limited. If you've ever used baby oil or Vaseline, you've effectively done a room temp formaldehyde. Yeah, essentially. That's what it turns into. The wax play candles is like a Vaseline or a baby oil. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yep, and then you massage it in, and usually the massage oil that comes with, you know, it's either like hydrating, or if it's not, you don't want it to be hydrated, you know, you could just have it where it's just scented or unscented. There's like a million different things that you can have it as, but yeah, it's definitely a fun date night thing.
It sounds like fun, but would you need to wash your hands after using it before you like get down to it? Like, I don't feel like that's body safe, but I'm not sure.
I mean, yeah, I would wipe your hands off. I wouldn't like keep your hands like covered in the oil. Yeah, no. But I mean, even if you just have it a bit on your hands, no, it's fine. But yeah, definitely at least wipe your hands like after it.
Good to know.
Yeah, don't be like, you know, getting it on and then like oh, finger up there. You know, it's like, wait, whoa.
Yeah. That's why I was like, maybe not.
I mean, for guys though, you can definitely use the massage oil and like stay lower on, you know, the and kind of give them like a happy, you know, job in that way, and it's very, very nice. Just of course stay away from the top because, you know, UTI. But yeah, I mean, it's also very nice also on the testicular region.
Wait, does it bother like hair then? Like if you're not using the one that turns into oil, because it is wax, and I guess it hardens, right?
No, if it's the oil one, it just stays as the oil. Once it gets heated, it stays as the oil, unless you absolutely use so much that, you know, you cover yourself in too many layers, where it's like you're only supposed to use one layer and not terribly too much. But yeah, it doesn't really get caught on, like, it doesn't harden on hair or anything.
Even
like
the
that.
wax, the ones that are like wax instead of the oil.
No, the
wax
ones. No, yeah, you don't. Don't put that down there. Yeah, that hardens. That definitely hardens. But the ones that are just like baby oil, massage oil is fine.
Okay, good to know for myself and others.
Yeah, definitely don't.
Well,
oh my god, that would be horrible.
Well, I was like, it is wax, so I mean, you don't really want to wax yourself on accident, you know?
No. I mean, it would just get stuck in the hair, and then
Lord.
you'd feel bad because it's like, I'm sorry.
It'd be a bad time.
Yeah, with the right technique, it's more like a sheen or it's definitely like comfortable like that. But yeah, don't use normal wax. Oh dear God.
Sorry if that was a dumb question, but I was like,
Oh no, that's not dumb at all. I just don't want Vil to kill me and be like, you told Ava to do this.
Okay, here's the thing.
Like, I did not.
I don't know if Vil would be interested in that, to be honest. It's not something that's come up. I mean, I could ask him, but like, I don't know. See, a lot of things aren't like things that like typically come up unless you like sit down and talk about them, you know?
Oh yeah, I realized that the other day where I'm just like, we haven't, like me and my husband, we really have not sat and talked about what are some what are some things that you fantasize about me that maybe you haven't told me. And we sat and talked about that, and we weren't sitting and talking. We were doing mutual pleasure for ourselves. And I thought it would be a cute idea where it's like, tell me something where it's like a fantasy you had that, you know, you haven't told me yet, or something that you really want to do with me that maybe you haven't told me, or you're afraid to tell me, or something like that, where it was a very eye-opening but also like, you know, sensual romantic type thing. And yeah, I realized, I'm like, oh shit, there's some things like I didn't know that he would really like to do. And so I think that was very A+, you know, bonding and communication. So
That sounds nice.
yeah.
See, sometimes even like with someone you've been with for a while, there's going to be things you don't know. And like, That's why communication's important.
Yeah, I mean, there's always gonna be where it's like, oh, like a surprise or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Surprises happen where it's like, oh, I didn't know you were into that, or oh, I didn't know you weren't into that. Like, I thought you were.
Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, if you don't talk about it, you won't know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, but I literally told my husband like the other day. He was like, "Do you really want to do wax play?" I'm like, "Yes," because I've done it with other people for like shoots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But not with him yet, unless it's like the massage oil candle. I've done that with him where it was more sensual in that way. But I want to try like just straight wax because I like that too. But he's just a little afraid. He's like, I don't want to hurt you. I'm like, it's not gonna hurt me. I swear. It's not.
As long as you use the right one.
Yeah, use the right one. Don't go down there. Don't do that. That'll hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of those heels with candlesticks built in their shoe. Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds like perfect for a dominatrix.
Like shoes?
Yeah, that sounds
Oh.
perfect for a dominatrix to like use in the way of like having that on the ready. That
Mhm.
sounds interesting. I like that because I definitely am into I don't know if you've ever been to those like stores where they have, you know, like clothes for like performers and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I've seen some like really interesting like clothes where I'm like, "Ooh, I could use that for like a shoot or something like that, or like just like a photo set or something like that." And I think I saw something similar to that and I almost grabbed it but I have nobody to use it on because I have nobody to dom in real life.
Mhm. Oh, KB.
I don't. I want to. But I don't. Unless it's for like work or anything, and I'm like, well, you know, if it happens for work, then it happens for work. But I'm not gonna be like, hey, buddy, come on over, let's go, because that's the one thing me and my husband agreed on was that I can do this with other people if it's for work.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of his comfortability. A lot of people think that we're open. And I'm like, we're not open. We're technically not an open relationship. He just understands what I do is work. So everything that is, you know, sexual in that nature is always work.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like filming or for other things, you know, like that. But yeah, but it's so funny. Whenever I see it on Twitter, they're like, oh, they're in an open relationship. I'm like, aha, no, but okay.
Well, maybe it's not exactly open, but it's like, it's still consensual.
Yeah, it's 100% consensual, and I mean, that's the thing is like I only do that with people that are for a work basis, and that is it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would more so view an open relationship where it's like everyone is fair game, but that may just be an ignorant take on it. I have no idea because I've never really seen myself as being in because the only open relationship I've had is turned completely sour. It was horrible.
Yeah.
So I don't really have much clue or information about it. So maybe it is a little bit of ignorance. I have no idea.
I mean,
Maybe it is open.
It
I have
doesn't
no idea.
exactly need a label, but I mean, it could fall under like the umbrella of it. But I mean, it's not like a free for all. Like there's like rules and guidelines to it, you know.
Yeah, and that's definitely what it is because it's like it has to be solely for work purposes, and that's kind of how it works. Because yeah, you know, we get each other. Like we get that, you know, he does his own voice work, you know, the Henty voice work, and I do my own, and then the same thing, like we record for other things and other people, and you know, he's fine with me doing it, I'm fine with him doing it. So it's just kind of a mutual understanding. But
Yeah. So
not ignorant as much as your only frame of reference being straight. Yeah. I have no idea.
would you consider yourself monogamous then, or?
Yes, 100%. I would consider myself monogamous, and when it comes to love, I definitely can see myself only loving one person, and that's my husband.
Which makes sense.
But to have sex with other people, all I have to have is just that connection. because I'm a demisexual. I just need that connection. Doesn't necessarily mean I have to be in love with you. I just need to have that friendship or understanding or, you know, that just general vibe that's, you know, good.
Which makes sense.
But yeah, a lot of people think I'm not monogamous at all, and I'm like, no, I'm monogamous. I know it's surprising, but I tried polyamory, wasn't for me. I was very unhappy. And
That's fair.
Like,
it's a lot of work, and you have to have the right people for it.
Yeah, 100%. Because I mean, it's so you have to do your research and like just know the whole dynamic and be, you know, communicate the dynamic and just it's a very complicated process. So, but it's just not for me.
It's okay. It's not for everybody. And I don't think everyone should be non-monogamous because I don't feel like it suits everyone, you know?
Yeah, it's not for everyone. Yeah. But also, I hate it when people shame, like monogamous people shaming people that aren't monogamous. I'm like, no, let them do what they want.
What's
you
weird?
Can love multiple people.
Yeah, you can definitely love multiple people. What's weird is like, I'm non-monogamous, but I'm in a monogamous relationship. So it feels like I'm in a weird place.
So it's definitely like a switch for you. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in a monogamous relationship before, but like, I've been in poly relationship before as well. Like, I would identify myself as poly, even if I'm not technically dating more than one person right now, if that makes sense. But poly single, yeah, exactly. What that's my new favorite thing. It's what Mrs. Mummy called it, as being poly single.
That's funny. But yeah, no, I mean, there's definitely dynamic changes that happen with every relationship where it's like, okay, you know, I'd change this. Like, it's the same thing with kinks, where it's like, some kinks fly, some don't.
Yeah.
Same thing with relationship dynamics. Sometimes you go fully poly, or you go full, monogamous, or you can switch. I mean, there's never a set formula for like relationships. Like, at all. It's not black and white, as everyone like on the internet seems to believe.
It's definitely not black and white, but I gotta say I love single plus footstool as a describer for me. Yeah.
Yep. There's my +1. There's your +1. The footstool.
My boyfriend is my footstool. It's fine.
It's like, oh, you have a +1? It's like, oh, I have a plus footstool. What?
He'd love that. We've been going for about 2 hours. How are you feeling?
I am feeling okay, but I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think there's really anything else, like when it comes to what I have. I mean, I've been rambling probably too long for you.
No, you're fine. I don't mind rambling. Chad, if you have any final questions for KB, go ahead and post them in chat now. Do you have anything you want to like add on? I mean, I know we've touched on a lot of things for it.
I would say, this is definitely something that I enjoy doing, and I love that, you know, LewTubing helps a lot of people like find themselves in their sexualities and being able to openly talk about it. And I love, you know, doing what I do, and I think that doing these sort of talks like that you're doing is very, very, very educational, and I love it. That's why I said yes. I was like, yeah, I want to do it because I told you before even getting on you know, stream where I want to do one of these, but I'm just too nervous. But yeah, I would say just be open with yourself, you know. Go slow with things, don't jump into things, you know, just feel things out. Not everything is, you know, black and white, as I said before. If sometimes you think you like a thing and then you don't like a thing. It's like it's trial and error. It's the whole process. And yes, how do I feel about Crazy Frog Silva? I want you to go fall in a well. Because I hate Crazy Frog, and you know why. Okay. I will tell you quickly why, Ava. So my chat paid me on Blue Twitch to Crazy Frog Axel F.
I hate that so much.
And they won,
Why?
and they paid it, and so I had to do it. And so now it is set in stone in my lore and my community that I am in love with Crazy Frog.
I can't. I'm so
because
sorry.
I forgot to remove it. I forgot to remove it off one of my playlists for like during stream because I have some meme songs in that playlist and I forgot to remove it off of that. And in the middle of, you know, me doing my, you know, shows like that, Crazy Frog just comes on and I'm like, oh my fucking god, I forgot that this was here. And I skipped it, and then everyone was like, no, go back. I'm like, oh my
so
god.
Sorry.
So yeah, now I'm just getting tortured with it.
I'm sorry for you. Okay, so Lucy has one more. Let's see, how do I word this? I'm newly bisexual, but I'm not 100% sure about my sexuality, so how do I figure it out?
That's really
go
a
look at
self-journey.
people. Go look at
Yeah.
people. That's okay. As someone who identified as bisexual for like a decade and then stupidly was like, oh, it's so much easier if I just say I like girls because most guys want to have sex and I'm not like super into like that specific thing. And now I'm just queer. It's a journey.
Yeah, it's seriously just finding yourself. Like, no one has an exact formula. It's like I feel comfortable saying I'm bisexual. That's just me. And some days I'm like, no, I'm gay in the way of like how I, you know, identify. Like I either call myself bisexual or gay. It's just like what is easier in the moment where it's like.
That's why I'm just like, I'm queer because I'm like, I'm a little bit of everything. It's fine.
Yeah. And I mean, that's totally valid. I just view myself more as like bi or gay, you know, because it's really just depends on what you feel. And it is a whole journey where I thought I was a lesbian in like middle school because I was like, oh my god, girls so pretty. I like girls.
Girls are hot.
And then I was dressing very butch and very masculine and very, you know, and then I realized, wait, but I also like guys. What the fuck is this? So, you know, I was confused as hell. So yeah, it's definitely a self journey, and who knows? We may change later down 5 years from now. We may be like, nah, and just be fully gay or fully heterosexual. Everyone changes. It's literally
It's fluid.
There's no shame in changing your mind. Yeah, and I hate that stigma where people are like, oh my gosh, you betrayed the gay community. No. Or you betrayed, you know, it's like, no, you didn't betray anyone. You're just being yourself.
I mean, you don't even have to put a label on what you are, to be honest. Labels are for you. So if you want to put a label on it, like bisexual, that's perfectly fine. If you don't want to put a label on it, that's also perfectly fine. You can just like people in general. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you just say you're queer.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah. That's all you gotta say. It's like, what do you mean queer? Queer.
Yep. Just like a
That's
little
what
bit
I
of
mean.
everything. That's the answer you get. You don't need more than that. It's between me and my partner. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, it's like gender, the same thing. Where it's like, I am this. Oh, okay, what is that? That. What I just explained to you. Like, okay.
Yeah. Or in my case, hella queer, you are correct. Adding the hella is super important.
Very important. Hella.
It makes a big difference, okay?
Saying hella is just fun, too.
It is. Like, I was hella gay and now I'm hella queer. It just adds, like, that little, like, oomph to it, you know?
That pizzazz.
The pizzazz.
Yes.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad we could help.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really the only thing I would say. And I mean, if you ever have any more questions or anything for me, like if chat here, you can ask me on my blue Twitch. I mean, I answer DMs because I'm just like, okay. Because a lot of people come to me and they're just like, hey, what about this? I'm like, okay, here, this is what I can give you. But yeah, I try to be as open and like welcoming as I can to as many people as possible. But yeah.
Aw, so cute. Like you mentioned before about like having these talks. I like having these types of talks because some people don't know anything about these things, and not a lot of people talk about them, like bratting. Like people are like, oh, I know what a brat is, but I don't really know what a brat is. So it's just nice to have these types of conversations so that people can learn and like learn more about themselves and learn more about those around them, you know?
Yeah, because a lot of people are either like shamed in like sexual stuff, like whether it come from like just family or religion or things where it's just like they have no idea because you know they were closed off of that way to be able to discover all these things for themselves. So I like to try to help people, you know, figure that stuff out.
Yeah.
And, you know, figure themselves out. Yeah.
It's really nice when they can. Well, I think this is probably a good place to end it because I also know you're very tired.
Yeah, I want to try to sleep a little bit before my blue Twitch stream that I have at like 7.
Yeah. Actually, you mentioned Red Claw earlier. Let's give Red Claw a raid.
Yay.
We love a Red Claw. I totally typed that wrong for the raid message. If you're subscribed to me, please feel free to copy and paste in the chat once we get over there. If you're not, feel free to change my emotes for you do have. Obviously you're gonna be on Blue Twitch later. Are you gonna be on Twitch anytime soon, KB?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Friday. So not today, but tomorrow.
So be sure to go give KB lots of love. Go see her there. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you, KB, for joining me. I had a lot of fun with you today.
Of course. Thank you for letting me ramble and ramble and ramble.
Anytime. Goodbye, Gloopies.
Goodbye.